Hello, everybody. Welcome. Uncivilized Intellects, we're back. God damn it, we're back. We're back in action. I got my good friend, cousin, James Jones, a.k.a. Will. James, how you doing, buddy?
Doing very well. You see, we Heat Nation over here. You see
Yeah,
this shirt right here.
oh my
God! Oh my God!
You see it in the back?
I wish I had known you were going to do that.
Oh my God! Hey, I gotta say that definitely Heat Nation is in the house. Well, let us know where you are. Where you at, buddy?
I'm currently broadcasting to you from London, UK.
Oh wow, London, UK. Will is in the he's in the mix. Will is definitely an old friend. Brian has known Will for easily over a decade. Probably hasn't seen him in a while. Yeah. And Will, this is Zach. Zach's an old friend. I guess we just got 4 old fucking friends up here. And we're gonna jump into this like a fucking skinny kid and a fucking fat pussy, and let's just see what comes out. Meghan, I know Zach, skinny kid and a fat pussy. Meghan Markle. There's no other it's the biggest thing. It's all over the goddamn place. I'm posting about it. My mama talking about it. It's just out of goddamn control. She did an interview with Oprah and talked about a lot of goddamn things, and basically them not wanting her there. They're not even classifying the baby as a person or some shit. It's like ridiculous. Like, well, what did they say about the baby? Did you hear what they said about the baby?
Well, I heard like they were obviously asking about like sort of, well, how dark is it going to be? But as far as what they're doing with all of them, like they stripped like Harry of his like honorary titles, like Commodore of the 7th, whatever the fuck. They're also talking about like not giving the baby a title, like all sort of shit that they've never really done before. And obviously the elephant in the room is that, well, why are you gonna start doing it now when you've got like a little color in the family?
Yeah. I mean, it is just it's goddamn believable, but at the same time, I think it's very believable. I mean, Zach, are you shocked by any of this shit?
Not in the slightest.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like they're like the epitome of like rich old white people. Like that's I mean, they're like the embodiment of it. Like
yeah.
And what they don't understand is that the younger generations of the royal family listening to Kodak Black right now. And what you don't understand is that extra color is going to swag out the royal family. So you shouldn't hate on it. You should appreciate it.
I did watch the interview. Did you watch it, Brian? Did you, Zach? You guys watch any of it?
Bits and pieces.
Me too.
Yeah, I had it on and my girlfriend was watching it and I was trying not to pay attention, but I got all the main points.
You got all the main points?
Yeah.
Next question for all my guys on the panel. Do you give a shit?
No.
Zach?
Negative.
Brian's already shaking his head when I said, do you give? He was like, I can't.
No, you can't. She should have known what she was getting herself into when she got married to him.
Which is my next question for Brian, Zach, and Will. I mean, Brian, Black people, somebody was talking to me about, like, man, what do you think about this? I was like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. This shit is so far removed from what we have to deal with in America. I'm trying not to get my ass whipped by the cops. Do you realize that Zach used to have to make sure Robin took me home from the bar at night so the cops in Culver City just didn't fuck with me, Will, on like a 4 or 5 block walk home? Like, I feel that this girl, and I know this girl because I used to audition with her. Meghan Markle's a commercial actress from LA.
Tostitos 2009.
That's right, Tostitos. I talked to Ian, and Ian was like, I was up for that commercial where she was like, you're wearing your girlfriend's jeans. He's like, these are skinny jeans. That was supposed to be Ian, and the black kid fucking with the guy with the skinny jeans was me. So me, Ian, and Meghan Markle went into the room on the callback. Obviously, Meghan got it. But yeah, she's like a regular chick. But even when you were there, she never really identified as African American. She was kind of like, I'm kind of not even like mixed. She was just like, I'm just like on some different non-colored shit.
Pulling the Tiger Woods.
Yeah, she pulled a Tiger Woods. And over there in England, they weren't pulling that shit. And you could see when she was with Oprah, it was almost a realization of like, oh, wait a minute. I am black.
Well, the royal family made her aware of that real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm. Yeah, she thought she could go over there and play cute. And I was like, look, you should have went over there like you was my cousin, like Keisha. If Keisha Jackson went over there, she already known they weren't going to like the baby.
If Leslie Jones went over there.
What'd you say?
I said if Leslie Jones went over there. if Prince Harry had a baby with Leslie Jones, they would have been pissed off.
Oh, yeah. But it's like really pissed off. Any regular Zach, black American chick, would have went over there, got her motherfucking money. Oh, y'all want me to do this? Cool. Because I already know what this entails. I'm here for the hang. I'm here to, like, chill the fuck out, have this baby, y'all ain't accepting the baby, cool. This chick really thought she was about to be part of the mix.
She had to know what the deal was, though. I refuse to believe that she didn't. It's the fucking royal family.
Yeah.
Like, you have to curtsy to this lady. She's not just, hey, mom-in-law or grandma-in-law. Like, you have to curtsy. Like, there's so many little rules, and it's been going back hundreds of years. And like, I'm not a fan of the royal family, but like I don't believe that she didn't know what the play was. You gonna tell me Harry didn't tell her? Bullshit.
Yeah,
exactly.
It doesn't make it right what's happened, but like to tell me that you didn't expect any of this, like, come on, man. Where have you been living?
If you've been like in a fucking dreamland, get the fuck out of here. Zach, I was talking to Jackson, a friend of all of ours yesterday. He was like, those motherfuckers back in the day would have sex with their cousins and shit just to keep it in the
to keep it in the bloodline.
To keep the bloodline pure. To keep it pure.
Yeah.
I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, what? Brian, I was just like you. I was like, I wasn't looking up that shit. But
like all the royal families essentially do that. So you've got like the English royal family, which are like the Windsors, like their cousins, like with the Germans, and like the old school Greek family and the Austrians, like all of them were just like, oh, I've got a grandson. Doesn't matter if that's his second cousin married.
Wow.
Yep.
And what's funny is what you just told me. This bitch stuff, she could go over there where her mama looked like she make the best fried chicken and mac and cheese in North Carolina and thought she was going to just come right. Like, I'm going to be cool. Don't worry about it. You saw her mama. The pictures of her mama look like everybody goddamn auntie or some shit. Like, it's way out. Of course, her dad came out, was talking a bunch of shit, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, her daddy just threw
the royal family saw a picture of her mama and was like, well, Archie may turn out a little darker than normal.
Yeah.
Her mama's dark as fuck. They wasn't even worried about her because they see how light she is and see how they saw her mama and was like, this baby's gonna look like her mama. One of these babies gonna be dark as fuck. Genetically.
There's a 1 in 10 chance this might happen.
If she keeps having babies with him, one of those babies is gonna be really darker than normal. For sure.
Yes. There's a reason why not to go to the Cosby show because Cosby hit them kids all across the board. Yeah. But you will have siblings who will be lighter than you, or darker than you. So that you're right, Brian. They were afraid. I'm kind of glad she spoke out about it.
She should drop names though.
What you say?
She should have dropped names. If you're gonna come all the way out, like come out, like drop those bombs. I'm trying to hear which family member, because what they said over here at least is that Harry told Oprah, he was like, well, the person who asked about the baby's color, he's like, I won't tell you who it is, but it wasn't the queen and it wasn't the queen's husband. So now it's like, well, who is it? Like one of the princes, the princesses, the cousins.
Yeah.
Like, but who's surprised about that? Like, is she surprised? Come on now.
Yeah. I know. No, like I said, like Zach, if this was Keisha would have showed up with Oprah like, hey, bitch, fish plate, mac and cheese, potatoes. She'd have been eating, talking to Oprah. She's dropping names. Well, she got her cell phone out. She got cell phone motherfucking. She tweets.
They're on World Star.
Hey, queen. Hey, queen. Them bitches over there was tripping. They told me to stay in the house. I was like, bitch, I ain't staying in the house. I'm going shopping. So, yeah, I mean, when I heard that she had to stay in the house, well, I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, God, no,
They took her passport.
What's up?
They talk about they took her passport, house keys, passport. Like they hold on to all that shit for you.
Oh yeah, I'm not having any of that.
But one would have to say, like, it is a give and take. Like me, they couldn't say anything that would really upset me because I was like, I don't even need to even really use like money now. I'm chilling.
Yes, Brian, Zach, that's my point. Keisha from goddamn Raleigh, North Carolina, like, oh, wait a minute. Nigga, I ain't got to work. Motherfucker, okay, cool. They tripping about the baby? I already knew they was gonna trip about the baby. Oh, I'm black, you mad at my mom? I already knew you was gonna do all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost like James and Brian know, it was almost like she didn't realize she was African American in America.
She's been skating by. She's been skating by though on being able to pass.
Yes.
For so long.
Yes.
That when all of a sudden that racism walked up and was like, "Hey, really?" She's like, "Not really."
Hey, yeah. Oh my God. Like a slave knocked on the door. Hey, bitch. You remember you one of us now. Don't you get crazy now.
Same thing that happened to Tiger.
Exactly. Now, see, I wanted to do a small, and we're going to get out of this because we could really get deep on this. I wanted to bring up, because that's what my mother said. My mother was like, this is what happens when you don't experience a lot of racism in America, and then you go other places and you think, oh, well, it didn't happen in America, which is racist as fuck. Oh, it's not going to happen here. And it really happened over there, and it shocked her. But the black Americans here, you know, we always are like this because that's just the way we are. Tiger, Michael Jackson, me and Brian already talked about, we always are there to support you.
OJ.
But we always will look at you and be like, now you knew better though.
Kanye.
Kanye? Oh yeah, Kanye, god damn.
Especially when they get the turn on, you be like, told you so.
Yeah, we told you so. You know, you should have known, like, there's something, and Will knows this about being in the South, there's something when you get called a nigga early on, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Now I know where we are. And that happened to me, obviously, in Alabama. In Virginia. Immediately. Oh, you're getting that in grade school. Like Brian would tell me, not so much growing up in South LA, but you weren't around white people like that in South LA. You know what I mean? But like regular America, you are around white people like that. And when you're young, I remember being on a bus in Richmond, Virginia, in Concord, Virginia. And, you know, it gets cold. And the kid was writing KKK on the window. And I was like, man, it's a long bus ride. Like, this is a school bus. What the fuck am I going to do? Get off the bus? Like, that is real America. And that is kind of what Meghan had. I guess she had blinders on, guys, but...
You mean to tell me that this guy turned around after looking at your ass at 7:12 and continued to write KKK on the bus with him?
Oh, no. But now, Brian, you got to remember it. And well could have tested this. I might have been, one of 3 or 4 black kids that was on that because now we're in the country. Now, when I went to Alabama, come on now, it's black as fuck in Alabama. It's all... niggas, there was like one Mexican kid in the whole city, and the white kids were kind of like, it had already been so racist, Zach, in Alabama. Everybody was like, okay, cool, enough. Just like, enough. Enough. Like, god damn, can we not burn any more crosses? Can I sit at the fucking lunch counter? So yeah, and Will in Florida, but Will's shit was weird because Zach, like we talked about, he's with those goddamn, which is a lot of my sons, the Cuban cats who think they're white.
Yeah.
So it's like a confusing thing that me and Will had talked about. But all of us have experienced enough to know that if you join the royal family, they're not going to like you. So Meghan, Will, what are you about to say? I can feel you about to say something.
No, it's just, you could be, it's 2021, and it's like, first of all, the Queen has had her whole life practicing to not step in shit. So she'll never say the wrong thing.
Yes.
It's her job to not say the wrong thing.
Yes.
So she could be thinking racist shit as fuck. That shit will never leave her lips. and she'll never even say it because she's never going to get cut out like that. Like she's
No.
G-code in that respect.
Yeah.
But some of these like lower people down the pecking order in the palace, in the hierarchy, down on the pyramid, they feel they don't really have that much to lose, and they probably said it in passing because there's like a code of silence. You talk about like the fucking blue wall with the police and shit, like over here, like the tabloids and the royals have like a symbiotic relationship. And like the deal is that the royals will give them sort of access, and it's normally right wing. I don't know everybody's political affiliation, but it's normally right wing sort of tabloids and newspapers. They'll give them access, and in return, the tabloids essentially don't write really bad stuff. I mean, for instance, like there's a theory over here that all this Meghan Markle and Harry shit, like they got this story out because they just want to divert attention away from Prince Andrew. Because apparently he's allegedly a child molester.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
And that's way worse than this because he was hanging out with, who was it, Epstein or whatever?
Oh, that's the guy.
Yeah, we're hanging out, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is
shit.
true. That
Like
is true.
nobody's stripping him of titles. And
Right.
Nobody's even talking about that. That's
Yeah,
right.
no.
Exactly.
Well, they still are
were
though.
talking
If you
about it a
go,
little bit.
yeah, if you go to the comment section on a lot of shit, it's not.
You can find
as,
it.
it's not as frequent as it should be. But you can
But-
definitely see
No,
people that
yeah.
are like, "Why are we not even fucking talking about
It's
this?"
not a
guy?"
worldwide interview with Oprah.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, Oprah got pictures with Epstein, so she need to chill out.
And apparently,
Yeah, I
everybody
know.
does.
Yeah, that's fucking. And what is how far is that palace? Will, have you driven by there? The
Oh, I've been
Buckingham
in,
where they
like-
live at? What's that shit like?
I went and did a tour of it in like 1992.
Oh shit. Okay. Is it pretty
it's-
cool and shit?
Like you go and it depends what you consider cool. It's just opulence. It's gold
That's,
gilded
yeah,
bits
I guess like
and
it's what I think it would be.
priceless painting. It's like this is why the royals are so popular, and especially in America, because it is the fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like it's the prince and the princess and the queen, and when they get married, like these motherfuckers are riding in literally gold carriages,
With
driven by
horses and
white
shit.
horses, with butlers and personal secretaries. Like it's
My lady.
like crazy. shit.
Nigga, can you imagine riding in that carriage and getting the Popeye's chicken sandwich at the same time?
Dad, shut the fuck up.
Just luxury.
Luxury.
That's what I'm
Hey,
talking about.
Prince, I'm hungry. Can we roll by that Popeye?
That's right.
My lady would like to go to Popeyes. All right, this is taking a turn for the worse. Of course, we had to nigger up the whole goddamn story. now they're in a goddamn golden carriage, and the motherfuckers are going to Popeyes.
Her face is on the money. It's
Yeah.
on
Hey,
the money.
oh,
Can you, like over here, everybody's
Yeah.
dead who's on the money in the US. Her face is on the money.
oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that shit. Well, do they got Popeyes out there?
There was one, I don't know if it's still there.
What?
Because you got like US Air Force bases out here. So
That's right.
if you go on the base, sometimes you'll get like Popeyes, Taco Bell. But other than that, it's just like
Burger
big
King,
time shit,
McDonald's.
like Pizza Hut,
we got
McDonald's,
this-
Burger King.
Well, okay, we got this Meghan Markle issue, and now we got a Popeyes issue in London. So you need to,
There's a
Popeyes in
Popeyes.
London, y'all got some stuff y'all need to address. Okay, y'all need some fucking Popeyes over there.
If y'all want to start a GoFundMe, I will franchise Popeyes out here.
That's
Oh,
true.
shit. And look,
That's
if we,
true.
if we do that, and you get enough to fund one, it could be for all four of us.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, that'll be a different fish and chips. It'll be some seasoned ass fries. I can tell you that much, goddamn.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
some catfish
Ooh.
nuggets.
Yeah, it'll be fucking.
Let me tell you, man, there are, especially like in London and the cities, there are more black people in this country here than there are more black people here than you think. Like when you think of England, you don't really think of that. But like I don't know. Well, Brian, you might know this because I know you're into the music. I just started really. I've been over here like a decade now, so I've been getting into like a little bit of the grime and like the UK hip hop scene. So you've got like Gets and Stormzy and fucking
Skepta's
like,
over there.
yeah,
somewhere.
Skepta, fucking Gigs, like.
Yeah, that's true.
And some of these guys, like, obviously it ain't like Miami or LA, but because it's just hard to get a hold of those firearms over here. But they out there thugging.
I believe it.
Who's the nigga that is actually out there? That how much money you got? A lot. What's that nigga's name? the rapper.
Savage. That's where he's from. But
that's where he's from. But
Savage in
Savage,
Atlanta, Georgia, or something like
but
that.
Savage also was like,
21 Savage, yeah.
Yeah, he also was like, don't think just because I'm over here with that fish, like I'm from there, I will bust your ass. Also,
Yeah.
Savage really don't fuck around. I like Savage.
Slick Rick from London.
Yeah.
And Slick Rick is from London. That's right, and he wasn't fucking around either.
I like Slick Rick.
Yeah, when this gets done, well, we've been talking about it. I got to come out there. You come back to Miami, and we'll link back up, and we'll definitely get some Popeyes.
I still haven't tried that chicken sandwich.
Oh my God!
London.
Apparently it's amazing. I can't believe it could be anything better than the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my
We're about to have this conversation. Wait, did you just say that? Chick-fil-A.
Hey, and look, we gotta look. We gotta
send this nigga an international care package. will it not expire? How long will it take to get those chicken sandwiches?
I mean,
I'll still eat it.
I could drop ship the motherfucker overnight, like a private jet. I can talk to Chris Brown and get his private jet and send some Popeyes. Well, and we gotta move on because we literally can stay on Popeyes. Look at Zach's already like, oh God, these niggas about to talk chicken.
No, now I'm just fucking hungry. Now I just want one.
Zach's like, oh shit, these niggas about to talk about chicken the whole time. Which we will. I will really break down chicken right now. Look, this Popeyes, well, Chick-fil-A's good. McDonald's has a new chicken sandwich. I'm surprised Zach hasn't had that.
I have.
Oh my God.
How is it?
No, come on.
Not
Why
bad.
are we leading with this?
It's about what you would expect from McDonald's. I mean, it tastes like a corporate version of a chicken sandwich, if you can imagine that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's giving dividends.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't bad though. I mean, fuck no, not even close. They don't even deserve to be in the same conversation.
But
What about that BK one? Is that out yet? I heard about that.
The BK one's coming out, and the KFC one is out. And you know, I watched Dame Drops, that nigga that looks like he's just sweating diabetes juice. I mean,
I'm sorry. Is there an app for that? Is there a sneakers app equivalent to these new?
Yeah, I know, but I know you might need it. I need to wake up at 7 for that one. But yeah, I think that KFC one, and they got KFCs out there, but I don't know if they would have that sandwich out there. But that Popeyes, nothing. There's restaurant chicken sandwiches that couldn't fuck with Popeyes. Popeyes sandwich.
What is it about it though? Because obviously I saw over here all the memes and the videos and like,
shit,
Brian. Like niggas are like dope boys.
I mean,
and I'm like,
it's a large chicken breast that's juicy. It's fucking great. Shit. But now let's talk about this KFC one. If they do the KFC one, the original recipe,
13 original spices.
Damn, if they do a sandwich like that, that might be bomb.
The Colonel will end up getting canceled if he's not already.
True. Yeah, goddamn. Yeah, everybody's. We talked about that too, just the canceling of the last podcast. You went Uncivilized. Just now, Pepe Le Pew, the cartoons, just like everything.
Pepe.
But to keep it real though, he was a little rapey.
Yeah, the nigga was rapey.
What was he? What was he using his odor to attract her? Was the odor?
Yeah. Zach, what was Pepe?
But he wasn't strong-arming them.
Yeah, no, I don't think he used anything. Remember, it was always he smelled their perfume and like floated over to him, but then would just not take no and was like,
and then he would just chase them forever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, who's watching that? I was talking about this to my granddad probably months ago. Like, is Looney Tunes even still on TV? Like when we grew up, I imagine we're all the same age. Like I would watch Bugs Bunny and fucking Wile E. Coyote. Kids ain't watching that shit. You don't have to cancel him. He's been canceled. Ain't nobody watching.
It's still on, but it's still on though.
But ain't no kids watching that.
Not Pepe Le Pew, but
shit, no.
But the other ones are still on.
Even the Aunt Your Mama shit and the Uncle Ben shit, these kids are motherfucking like, I mean, shit, they're vegan. They're growing their own goddamn vegetables at 9. These kids are these are weird, these are new age kids now. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I saw a photo of Dwayne Wade's son, and that nigga looks like he's from the future now. I don't even know what's happening.
His son or his son daughter?
Yeah, his daughter, his son daughter.
His daughter, let's be correct, I guess.
Let's be... His daughter, his son daughter. But good for that kid, you know, because he wanted to live his fucking life. You gotta let people live their lives. That's one thing I always
do that when your daddy's Dwayne Wade.
You absolutely can do that. You know, that's one thing I learned just by being in theater for so long and watching people tease some of the theater kids. I was like, yeah, leave those goddamn kids alone, man. Those kids ain't bothering you. Just leave them alone. If they want to wear a bunch of weird shit, just let them do it. And I'm the same way with these new kids now. You know what I mean? But some of the canceling stuff, like going back and trying to cancel Eminem, that ain't going to work. You know, hip hop is already fighting against that. Like, you can't cancel.
Let me tell you about Eminem. You try to cancel Eminem if you want to. How about they have a freestyle contest? And every nigga can step up and try to cancel him. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to tell you right now, he might not win, but he's going to do very, very well.
Oh, I'm going to tell you right now. And Brian, I remember we both probably posted the interview back in the day when Game was like, everybody in the industry, people beefing, who really coming at them? Ain't nobody coming at them. Don't nobody want all that shit from that white boy. They don't want that.
The weirdest here was Renegade. How are you hotter than arguably the greatest MC of all time on his own track? If I was Jay-Z, I would scrap the whole fucking thing. That ain't delete.
Jay-Z should have scrapped that track. He came on that motherfucker, and I was like, oh, well, this is not fair. The goddamn ass whooping. Yeah, you don't want it with that guy. Quit trying to cancel motherfuckers. Now, I'm going to tell you something. We're Uncivilized right now. We're with a guest, James Jones, a.k.a. my cousin Whale. He's in London. He's a time traveler.
In the future.
Speaking about next level, oh, my God, Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, you know we got to get into this shit.
I've got some great stats for you.
I mean, I'm already sweating. Zach, I'm in a full lather about this shit. Blake Griffin has gone to the Nets. He was with Detroit. Blake Griffin hasn't. Oh, well, go. Because you know I'm about to talk about his dunk. I'm about to talk about.
Right here. Go. So that's an excellent lead in with the dunk. Blake Griffin, some stats I found out today. Blake Griffin has 5 dunks in games since the 2019-2020 season. This is a man who played for Lob City and was a dunking machine. It's like if you told me Dominique or Vince Carter hadn't dunked in 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's another stat for you. For all players 6'7" and above with 150 shot attempts, this nigga's got no dunks. If I was Kia, I would take back that check I gave him for the dunk contest.
And I need the car. Hey, I need the Optima also. You got to give me back the motherfucking Optima.
I'm going to tell you right now, everybody on the Brooklyn Nets going to make him look like a star again.
Exactly. But that being said,
he doesn't have to do anything. Yeah.
As a fourth option.
No, that's it. He doesn't have to do anything. He's going to look like a star. He doesn't have to fucking do. What does he have to do?
But he's still actually good enough to be a factor there.
Yeah.
And we went from a 3-headed monster to a 4-headed monster in the Warriors. Now we got a whole fucking starting 5. What the hell are we doing now?
I mean, let's really break this down. I'm going to throw out just questions. You know, I got them written out, and we can just go down the line. Zach, I know you watch B-ball, my man. Just hold on. Just try to hold on, Daddy. I'm going to go down the line. Zach, you're first. Where do you put the Nets at now? You put them at the top, second, or third? In the NBA, not the East. In the NBA, where do you put them?
I mean,
Zach.
I think they were already at the top.
Boom. Brian.
Number 2.
Okay, we're going to come back to yours. Okay, Jay, see what I got to deal with Brian?
He's a homer.
I'm
a homer as well.
Number two.
Like the Nets? Oh, they're the best team in the league. They're the best.
The Lakers, number 1.
Yes, thanks for listening to Uncivilized Intellects. I'm going to get out of here. My name is Moo, Zach, and what? Okay, we'll come back to that. Actually, next question. Can anybody really beat those motherfuckers? Zach, playoffs, defense. Can you slow down Harden, Kyrie, Jesus, DeAndre Jordan? Who's the white guy that can shoot? There's a fucking white guy that would be starting on the Lakers on that team. What's the white guy's name, Will?
I don't even know. It's Meghan Markle's half brother.
Yeah. It's a stacked Team, Zach, I don't see anybody beat them. Obviously, Brian thinks that the Lakers are going to beat them.
As
I think it's a possibility.
Oh, man.
That's a
That is
possibility.
unbelievable. Do
I mean,
you guys...
LeBron's amazing.
Yes.
I'll tell you right now, like, I don't see it's basketball. I don't see any team beating a team that has a healthy James Harden and a healthy Kevin Durant. Like, Kyrie's just gravy. But, like, Kevin Durant
That's what I said. Yeah.
He's a bucket. Like, you can't stop him. He's got, like a 7'9", 7'10" release.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Man,
Like,
LeBron beat Kevin Durant, man.
Yeah. Well, who's going to then James Harden, who's my MVP? He's my MVP this year.
I'm talking about LeBron. I'm talking about LeBron has done that before.
Well, man, why are you talking about old shit, man?
he's beat Durant before. He can beat him again. I'm not worried.
Durant have a scoring machine.
It's going to be a huge problem. The Nets are going to be a huge problem. I can agree.
They've got three not arguably, unguardable players. Ain't nobody staying in front of Kyrie.
No.
We've already spoken about KD.
Yeah.
And James Harden's been doing what he's been doing for 8 years now?
Yeah.
So that's three people, essentially unguardable.
And with James Harden, you have somebody that's playing the best basketball in the league. And I could argue that James Harden is probably the most complete player on that team because he's actually running the team. He's
getting
the best. Yeah, he's like the best point guard in the league. I mean, me, you, Brian, everybody's talked about how James Harden was just, what was he doing? He was like dribble, step back and then shoot. He wasn't passing the ball at all in Houston, Zach. He wasn't doing anything. Now the niggas, goddamn me, Isaiah fucking Thomas, but like he's
led the league in assists.
Yeah.
In Houston, people forget that. He's a scoring champ. He's an assist champ. He'll get you 10, 11 rebounds. When he was coming out of ASU, I was like, this guy's going to be nothing because he wasn't like a freak athlete.
No.
But he can play basketball. He's not super tall.
No.
And he's not like
Vince or
like some of these dudes out there. But he can ball. He's got a handle.
He's a lefty.
He's wet.
Yeah, he's wet.
He's a lefty.
And he came up with a thing that like the gather step and the gather dribble that like when I was growing up playing a lot of ball, we just weren't using. So he's found literally another half a step within the rules of basketball, and that's how he's getting that space. Shit that I would look at and immediately think travel. You start reading the rule book and listening to these refs, and they're like, well, actually, his hand is only like to the side, so it's not a dribble, it's a gather. So he's getting almost like a whole extra step.
Yeah. And another reason?
More power to you because niggas weren't doing that before you did it.
No. And Brooklyn, New York, it's cold. They don't have a lot of strip clubs. And Jersey doesn't have the strip clubs that Houston has.
Well, they're whack. You know how it is in the South. The strip clubs don't even count.
Yeah.
True. Zach, he can focus on not spending thousands of dollars in the strip club and play basketball. Brian, look how much weight he lost as soon as he got to Brooklyn.
In 10 days.
In 10 days, Brian, the nigga lost like 15 pounds. Was he a crackhead? The fuck out of here. The guy changed his game, lost weight. I'm not saying, B, that the Lakers, because I'm not saying the Lakers couldn't win. I mean, because let's also be honest, KD gets hurt. Kyrie known to get hurt. Kyrie known not to show up.
I was going to say, Kyrie's also known to not do a fucking thing in the finals.
Show off in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Kevin Durant always. So I mean but Kyrie Irving and James Harden, they have to prove themselves in the playoffs first before I'm like on paper they should win, but we have to see. We have to see first.
Yeah, we got to see.
The Lakers are good. Let's talk about how not as good as I think the media seems to think that Anthony Davis is. Like I don't think he's that. I don't think Anthony Davis is as good as everybody is saying that he is.
Wow, ladies
because
and gentlemen. Wow.
Like, is he top 5? I don't know. I could probably name 5 players.
No, he's never. I don't think he's top 5. I wouldn't.
I'll take LeBron. I'll take Giannis. I'll take Harden. I'll take KD. So I'm at 4. Shit, I'll probably take Steph or Dame.
Steph, goddamn, the 3-point contest.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We could easily segue to that.
Anthony. I never ever said Anthony Davis was top 5. I just want Anthony Davis to play his role. And when he plays his role, the Lakers win. The Lakers. Well, I mean, the whole team makes the Lakers a good team because they play defense now. You know, even Tyler Horton Tucker and all of them, those little low play. I mean, they still contribute and they still play defense. It's a good team. We do need Anthony. We do need Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah, you do
for sure.
You do because LeBron's a freak, but he needs something.
Of course.
And you can see it. You went down to Uncivilized, Zach, Brian in the All-Star game. That LeBron was like, "Cool, y'all niggas play. I can't play it. I hate play." LeBron's like, "I'm gonna play a little bit, and I'm gonna let you guys motherfucking play." You know, Father Time with him, Brady. It'll just kind of sneak up on you, and especially when your game is so rough and kind of overly athletic. That's why MJ always had that fadeaway, because he was like, when MJ was 36, he was just fading away. Because LeBron's still going in and dunking and just using his body and kind of a little bit of bully ball. He's picked up a nice three, but he can't do. He just get tired. I'll tell you what though, Zach, from that tiredness. From that tiredness, Brian, from that tiredness, Dame Dollar, Stephen Curry, the shots they were shooting, you can get the fuck out of here with that.
Those were bad shots when I was growing up playing ball.
Those were bad shots, Brian. Brian, in 1993, if you were playing the Boys and Girls Club rec league ball, the coach is like your best friend daddy. You shoot a shot from the half court, motherfucker, you're not on the bench. You getting in the car. He'd be like, go to the car. Don't even roll the window down. You can't get no cool air. Go to the car. That's a horrible shot.
Them YMC games I used to play in, those summer leagues, winter leagues, if you were not good, you weren't playing still. You know how all the kids were guaranteed from playing time? Not at the one I was at. I mean, it literally be parents. They'd be like, I thought you were gonna play my kid too today. It's like, well, we were losing. Like, we trying to win. Like,
you have to be able to. We could talk about this. There are benchmarks, almost like bookmarks. If the NBA was a book, you'd put like a little mark in the book, Zach. And this Steph Curry has put a mark in the book where like, oh, this game has changed now.
Literally.
Like people who aren't Maya and Wales height are like, oh, I could be in the NBA. Because really, I just need to learn how to shoot well.
And create
space.
I
can shoot well and create space and just work on your handle. Where before, when I was in school and Will was in school, you were either playing the 5 or like the 4. You definitely weren't bringing the ball up. Well, you can get the fuck out of here. Like 6'6", you're bringing the ball unless your whole team was tall.
Because we need you closest to the basket because that's how the game's played.
Yes.
We grew up in an era of the best centers.
Yes.
Exactly. Ewing, Olajuwon, David Robinson, look at all these guys, man, Alonzo Mourning. Like, if you got yourself a 7-footer, like that's what you were building your team around to build a championship.
Yeah.
Like that was always the centerpiece since the beginning since George Mikan all the way up to fucking Shaq. Like that's how you build the team. You build inside out.
And then Brian.
I also think that these generations are getting taller too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of these kids now are getting real tall at a younger age, and I don't know how that's possible. Out there. Yeah, so that's why it's easier for them to run point now. You get a lot of these tall kids now. I don't know if the height went from we used to be tall to some midgets, and now we're going back to tall again. I don't know what's going on, but the generations are definitely getting taller.
Like Zach, in your high school, who was the tallest motherfucker in your high school? Do you remember?
I think we had like one or two of those like monsters. One of the like some 6'5", 6'6" kids, but I didn't have any like freakishly huge kids.
Oh shit!
What city?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, but Moo, like this from Jess. Like, so I was in Miami at one point, and I didn't go to Miami High, but like they were the #1 team in the nation. Like these guys had like a not very good D1 sized squad.
Yeah.
Like 6'10", 6'8", 6'7".
Oh, yeah.
But like a 6'2" guard and a 6'3" point guard. And all these guys are playing AAU, and like you get a regular high school go to play them and you can forget about it.
Yeah.
Not even.
Oh, Zach,
I think what it is, Well, I think what it is nowadays is it's what we've talked about with all sorts of athletes is now parents are breeding athletes in whatever sport they can. And if you have a kid that already seems unnaturally tall at a young age, instantly it's just going to go to basketball. And then it just becomes, like you said, work on his handles, work on, the same way any parent. Exactly. You've got the golden ticket. If you've got the height now, then you just learn. I mean, they're taking kids that are 16 and 17 that they go find in Africa that are like fucking 7'4", and they're like, it doesn't matter that you've never even heard of basketball. We can teach you that.
Game.
Exactly.
We can't teach a guy to be 7'4".
Exactly.
Never forget, Hakeem Olajuwon was playing soccer.
Yeah.
And somebody went over there and was like, why the fuck are you playing soccer? It's like, because that's what we play over here. They were like, no, we can get you out of here, though, and get you playing basketball. And then he went over to the University of Houston. Never forget, Kobe, Brian, you guys know there's so many NBA players. Who did they work with? Olajuwon.
For
the footwork. Even LeBron did. It wasn't about being in, you just wanted the footwork to get away from motherfuckers, create space.
To get somebody up in the air.
Exactly. It's just, you watch Giannis not miss a fucking shot, Zach. What
16?
kind of shit is that? The nigga doesn't miss a shot.
This nigga hitting bank 3-pointers.
The nigga's hitting bank 3-pointers.
That was lucky. But
I don't think, we look at these people and, we're like, we play a little sports and just regular fucking guys. Do you know if you went on the court, Giannis is going to any pickup and running motherfuckers.
First of all, Giannis is 6'11" with size 22-inch hands.
Yeah. Running.
Insane.
Running, mother. Like if Kevin Durant, like when Kevin Durant went to the Rucker and dropped 63 in the Rucker, he was just running. These guys are so goddamn good. And Steph Curry put a bookmark in. Everybody can play. Obviously, Jordan. That's why you have these people who watch Jordan, then watch Kobe. Let's really be real.
But that's a good segue to something, though, with this game, though, because I still feel there's a place for the mid-range game. Call me old-fashioned. I do like the analytics, but for me, it'll always be, well, the closer you are to the basket, the easier it is to make. Yeah. I don't care if 3 is worth 3 and a 2 is worth 2. Yeah, you're shooting 40% from the field, but if I get myself a monster like your boy Shaq, who's shooting like 65%, I'm taking that all day long.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, the game is definitely changed. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. Good luck to the Miami Heat, who have anti-Semitic.
What do you mean, the defending Eastern Conference champion?
Oh my God.
Man, I'm so glad your screen fit all 3 of your banners.
Wow, Brian,
yeah, you got enough room there for those things.
Oh my God! Let's
Please keep in mind that our team started in 1988, unlike the Lakers. So,
oh my God!
Well, let's see. Since 1988, has a Laker gotten more than three banners? Yes.
The Lakers had Shaq and Kobe.
Okay. I can't have this fighting. I'm just gonna throw this in, and we're gonna go straight to Coming to America too. But Chris Harrison, The Bachelor. Yes, me and Chili Dog be watching The Bachelor some motherfucking
Never
time.
seen it in my life.
The Bachelor's hilarious. They got the brother on there. He's an old basketball player, and of course, the first year they got a black guy, it's a goddamn disaster. Like it's a disaster. It's a racial disaster. Chris Harrison had to get rid of his ass. They hired Emmanuel Acho, the old football player. So the football player is now the host, the brother, and he's nervous as shit. And this is just.
What did the old host do that got his ass canceled?
What'd you say?
What'd the old host do that got his ass canceled?
You know what's great about this? And being from the South, well, he was defending the white chick who went to a Southern kind of maybe like a sorority party where she's wearing like a Southern plantation dress. And the black chick who used to be on The Bachelor, she was like, well, what would I be at this party? And Chris Harris was like, we got to forgive it. It was 2018. Now it's 2021. It's different. And really, it wasn't different. Chris Harris should have just been like, yeah, this is fucked up, yada, yada, yada.
Not going to talk about it.
But when I looked at it, I was like, this is what they do in the South. They have these
they
Southern.
They go to plantation parties and dressing up like that.
Yeah. Niggas just don't go.
In the late 90s.
Yeah, that was like in Alabama, you would see like University of Alabama, University of Auburn, And the girls would have to, I mean, they wouldn't have niggas as butlers and no shit at the party, but they would be in their little plantation shit, and niggas didn't give a fuck about that. You were like, that's just what the fuck they do. But, you know, they blew it up now. But that's kind of like in the South, they didn't even think of it. My mother didn't give a fuck about that story. She was like, that's just what.
Being surprised that that lady would do something like that in Alabama is like being surprised that the royal family said
Exactly.
Like, what's surprising about either of these fucking things happening right now?
Nothing. It was just like, okay, so you hired a black guy. I hope the brother doesn't get fucking.
Didn't it happen to Paula Deen? She had the slavery themed wedding or whatever the fuck it was. I mean, whatever the fuck that shit was. It's just fucking terrible.
Oh man, Zach, you brought up Paula Deen. I ain't thought about that plump white bitch in a long goddamn time. That's right, Paula motherfucking Deen, man. So yeah, you know, I just had to throw it out there. It's in the fucking news, guys. The Bachelor now niggas hosting.
But you love it though, but secretly like you love it. So that's.
I do love it. I do. It's a great show. It's no,
it's not.
It's a piece of shit. It's just a piece of shit. It's what I put on when I'm cooking tacos in the background. It's
Clayton Bixby, show us your face.
Yeah, show us your goddamn face. A goddamn disaster. I'm gonna tell you something else. Now, this is where we're gonna end it on this, because this we're gonna have to dive into this one. I'm at a full lather right now, sweating. This is tough for me. This is a hero of mine, Coming to America 2. Look at Brian already. Brian backed up and he's like, oh, God. Zach, did you see it?
Yeah.
Well, you've seen it, right?
I have seen it.
Okay.
I liked it.
I thought it was
all
good.
right. Okay.
I thought it was good, but I thought it was a little bit predictable would be the only thing that I would say in like a Hollywood kind of sense. You know, the storyline was a little bit too done a fucking million times. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you knew as soon as you met the princess and found out she wasn't going to be the queen, you knew she was going to be the fucking queen. Like, it was like, I don't know how this is going to fucking play out with the son, but she's going to end up fucking ruling shit at the end. It was just too obvious was my biggest complaint.
Because it was that obvious.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, what was your you liked it, so what was kind of like your feel on Coming to America 2?
I mean, for me, first off, like, I think we can all agree, Coming to America, was it 1988, whatever it was? Like, classic.
Yeah.
It hit all the right notes at all the right time. I went in knowing that this new movie was never going to be that. So I was looking through a different lens. I was just like, oh, let's just see if Eddie and Arsenio are still funny.
Yeah.
In today's time, with the jokes that they're able to do without getting canceled.
Exactly. Yes.
And they still push the boundaries because, I mean, blackface will get you canceled, but apparently you can play a Jewish guy. I don't know. You know, or like the various other things that they play, which I didn't think they were going to do because I was like, I don't know if you can get away with that in 2021.
Yeah.
But apparently Eddie was like, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
You know, like I still found it funny. Nothing crossed the line, and that might be able to. Well, if this was later in the story, we could segue right into Myers Leonard if we're talking about.
Yeah. Jesus, Miles, what a disaster. Brian, what'd you think?
I thought it was too star-studded.
Yeah,
I mean, storyline it was cool, but there was no need for Michael Blackson, Rick Ross, Trevor Noah. Fucking Tracy Morgan, like all these extra, it's just too much. It was just too much. Everywhere I turned, I saw a celebrity or a star. It was just too much. But overall, it was a funny movie. I mean, like Will said, Arsenio, Eddie Murphy, all the original cast, they played their role properly. But all the extras, I could have done without.
Yeah, I was. Go ahead.
No, Moo, we haven't heard your thoughts yet. Let's see.
I thought it was like. Okay, as soon as In Vogue came out, I was like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
So that's exactly what I was going to say. That was the only moment. But that was the only moment when it was In Vogue and Salt and Pepper were the only times when I was like, this is pandering. This is too fucking much. Like, I like nostalgia, but this is fucking, I don't need this.
What about when Michael Blackson turned to the sides and opened his eyeballs real wide and just said, I was like, what the fuck is he doing in this?
They had to have at least one or two Africans in there.
Yeah, that's what Trevor Noah was in.
Blackson, and that was Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
And Rick Ross had to be in because that's his fucking house. Side note, how big is this nigga's house? Do you understand they're shooting a movie, Zach, in his motherfucking house?
I didn't know that was his. Yeah.
That's 50 Cent's old house.
That's Holyfield's old house.
Holyfield / 50 Cent / Rick Ross.
Yeah.
I'll give you another slash. Slash huge motherfucking house, nigga. That means that all the sets, basically, Brian, they have to have a wood shop on the side. He has enough property that if they need any set pieces, it's already on the side. Tyler Perry probably was shipping stuff up there to make like different rooms and stuff inside of his house.
I heard they paid him. I heard he charged him like $2 million or something like that.
Rick
Ross to do that.
And then he takes the $2 million and buys Amara Stoudemire's old house.
3.5 million.
3.5 million cash.
The nigga paid cash.
Like Randy Money, like Randy Moss, straight cash.
Yeah, straight cash on me. And then on top of that, whenever him and Drake, because Brian will know, whenever him and Drake's album, they're collabing on an album comes out, you might as well set niggas on fire. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Ross has some of the best beat choices, number one, and so does Drizzy. Plus Drizzy's Drizzy. Lyrically, both of them together.
Yeah, they're good together.
It's like Katie and LeBron together. Get the fuck out of here. But back to the movie. In Vogue came out, Salt and Pepper. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Leslie Jones was doing some funny shit. I like what she was doing. Too many cameos and all that kind of stuff. Here's something that really I keyed in on, guys. I didn't give a fuck too much about the son, and that was
I didn't like him.
That's the problem. That's the problem. And normally in a buddy, you know why the first one worked also, Zach, so well? It was more Simi and Eddie.
Yeah.
Arsenio and Eddie, you have your two main guys. Got to use them. They were funny. They were doing funny stuff, Zach, Will, and Brian, when they were just Simi and Eddie. And then when they go to the side characters, it was almost like, oh shit, this is a buffet of just jokes. But it seemed like their side characters were funny than when they were just Eddie and Arsenio together.
It's hard to play ball with LeBron and KD, essentially, comedically.
Yeah.
Because those other guys, like, yeah, they might be funny, but
they ain't Arsenio and Eddie. No,
yeah,
fuck
not
no.
At that level.
Arsenio, when he's in goddamn Harlem Nights and he's crying, hey, yo, my brother, all that crazy shit. Motherfucker sleep. Arsenio, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Arsenio, to host the Arsenio Hall show, or whoop, like, niggas, that was the only reason I could stay up. But the son, Jermaine Fowler. Zach, what you think of the son?
I mean,
now, Zach, even before you answer, this is now universal. I've asked Lulu, different other comedian cats. I've asked Slink, and Slink was like, yeah, you know, I don't know about that nigga. Zach, what do you think about the son?
It almost seems strange where it was like he was supposed to be the main character, but he was written like a fucking, like a background, you know, like a no name with no role. It was almost like his wife I cared more about, or the girl, you know, the woman that was the hairdresser. I cared more a fuck about her than I did his character. So I mean, it wasn't that I didn't like him. He didn't fucking matter to the story. Yeah. I feel like they could have salvaged it if they would have done. So you remember the scene when he figures out with his sister how to get the whiskers from the lion?
Yes, that
could have been the duo. You know what I mean? For them, if they would have done more with those two, they could have had that Arsenio and Eddie, like, at least
that's smart
combo. But because they had that chemistry for like 10 seconds, but then it was gone.
And you would have thought they would have had they either done it with the sister or what happened to Tracy Morgan? Why not have him and the uncle pair off and Tracy and him become the Eddie and Simi kind of thing? But then Tracy was just kind of in there.
You know what I mean? A lot of that happened.
Yeah, what did you think of the son, Brian?
You know, he didn't remind me of Eddie's Hakeem's son. I mean, he had no Eddie swagger.
No.
I mean, he didn't even look like it would be him and Leslie Jones' child. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There was some flaws in the movie, but overall it was cool.
What did you think of the son, Will?
Didn't like him.
Didn't like him.
He just doesn't. Again, like, I'm not in the trade, but he didn't seem like a good actor to me. I felt I could have done that.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Well, you know who came to mind and what I was expecting from the son. Where was he from, Zach? Queens or Brooklyn? They're from Queens, right?
Queens. I would say, yeah.
You know who probably would have done it? It needed a little bit more. He was a little too clean. Maybe like a DC Young Fly.
Okay.
DC Young Fly.
That might have been better.
Because it needed, you know what it really needed? It needed that edge of like, motherfucker, you ain't my daddy. It needed some of that, the way Eddie's talk like, we getting had that. Like, you needed something a little bit more energetic, a little bit more niggerish, to tell you the goddamn truth.
And also I could see DC Young Fly in front of a stadium selling tickets. Hustling. So a lot more than him. Like he didn't even seem like a hustler. Like
that motherfucker looked like somebody that Zach would have hired as a bartender.
Yeah.
He looked
like he was from the suburbs.
Yeah, he looked like a hipster kid. DC Young Fly has like a goddamn baseball bat scar down his fucking head.
From not playing baseball.
Yeah, from not playing baseball. From getting his ass. DC Young Fly in Atlanta is beloved, and the nigga's still busted out the windows of this fucking car. He's like, God damn. Speaking of Atlanta in the All-Star game.
Oh, can you get me home?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a nice hustle.
Yeah, great fucking
fucking Atlanta.
I mean fucking Atlanta. I posted something and they're in a 5-star hotel, Zach. Brian, 5-star.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's Gilly the Kid, one of them niggas was like, yeah, man, we out here in Atlanta, the rooms are $1,300 a night. You see these white, and he takes his phone, turns it, see these white people over here, they're just hanging out, $1,300 a night. I'm gonna tell you again, 5-star hotel, Zach, $1,300 a night. Well, and he turns his camera phone, there's niggas shooting dice in the hotel.
In the lobby.
In the lobby. Soon as you walk in, there are niggas shooting dice.
On the floor. On the floor.
The rules have changed.
On the floor.
Yeah, Zach, let me tell you something. There is no closer you are getting to brothers, whether you're in a huddle, in football or basketball, than in a dice game. Because niggas are literally on top of you while you rolling dice. They're looking at it and making sure shit. And plus, normally in a dice game, somebody's going to get shot.
Or they're going to get robbed.
Or they're going to get robbed.
I was going to say, that's the Chappelle Show skit where they finally show up and rob the place.
Yeah, like, you don't even want to fuck around hanging out during the dice game. And they're shooting
you win a couple
dice.
games, you flex.
Yeah, it's just out of control. And also, during the All-Star game, they were putting out flyers. Hey, y'all, Bobby Shmurda was out there, and Bobby Shmurda's out. I mean, you want to talk about the motherfucking, that's the real coming to America Prince is Bobby Shmurda. Got picked up.
For real.
Yeah. He got picked up. That's who should have been in the guy, but he can't act it. He got picked up in a jet. Who picked him up? Quavo?
Yeah.
Quavo picked him up in a fucking jet, gave him a Rolex. Then he went down to, and niggas were just giving him. It was like mob shit. People were just giving him.
They were giving him that hat that never came down.
Yeah, they gave him the hat that never came down. Exactly. I mean, he's
same
gonna.
Same thing they did for Rowdy Rebel. The other dude that was in there.
Yes.
They was dropping him $50,000, giving him diamond watches when he got out of jail. Like,
just
got out of jail and got a contract from Suge. That was
exactly. Exactly. Just like next level fucking shit. Well, guys, this has been an excellent podcast. Well, you've just brought so much energy and life that to a thing that already had a lot of life and just a lot of jokes. Thank you for coming on, old friend.
I'm drunk.
Yeah, exactly. I'm drunk. What time is it there?
That's what I'm about to say.
9 o'clock.
At night?
AM?
Yeah, night. No,
Wait a minute. I want to just because
that's why he got the 3 banners up because he drunk.
Yeah. I saw you. Man, he really is drinking a lot of soda. I'm like, oh, this nigga's drinking a drink. He's having the cocktails, living his life.
Oh, these are Ryan. These are Ryan.
Really quick champion,
2006 vintage T-shirt.
That's very vintage.
Champions, baby. Okay, last story. We got to throw one more in because we got to. Well, this is fucking funny stuff. Brian, can you please intro last one? The T.I. and Ty. I know we got to get into this. We got to end with this.
No, we don't, do we?
No, we don't. Yeah, we do. I need to know about it.
Well, no. Well, supposedly there's an accusation. They're being accused. The lady stating at the age of 17 she was drugged and raped drugged. She said she woke up naked. She was bleeding from her vagina, and she couldn't hold. Yeah, and she couldn't hold her bowels. So the doctor said there was some damage to her anal cavity or whatever. I don't know. This is just a report. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a total of about 5 or 6 accusers out right now for T.I. and Tiny. It's not really looking good. Hopefully they weren't drugging females that have threesomes with them together. They can rape them together. I hope not, but that's what it's looking like. So what do you guys think?
Ooh, shit. I mean, T.I. is a guy that I did a show with.
Yes.
House of Lies. Nice guy, tiny guy, really
little
tiny.
guy, very short. Yeah.
Very short guy, nice guy. Definitely, we shot by the projects by there's a burger spot right across, I think it's Jordan Downs.
Oh, it's over there by Hawkins Burgers.
Hawkins Burgers.
Yeah,
and we shot over there, and this girl came out. You always know when you're in the projects when it's kind of chilly outside, and there's a baby walking with no shoes on, and I'm like, wow, this baby has no shoes on. Don Cheadle comes over, is like, put some shoes on the baby, and the girl just immediately picked the baby up because it's Don Cheadle. She showed respect. T.I. has whatever gang members are in that area, they are out, and it's like different sets. And Big U was there because
that's his protection.
Yeah, that's
basically
T.I.'s,
when he come out here.
Yeah, that's T.I.'s cat. That's just the way it works.
Was that Bloods or Crips?
That's a Crip.
Roller 60 Crip.
Yeah, and he's there, and everything is cool. As soon as T.I. leaves and we leave, 4 people die. Because basically, I guess different gang members came to see T.I. and they were chilling because they was like, oh, T.I.'s here, we're going to be chill. As soon as he left, it made the fucking news. It was like, God damn. So T.I. just has that kind of energy. He got pulled over in L.A. The nigga had like, Jay-Z put it in a rap. You know, he was really trying to shoot up the joint. Didn't he have like machine? He had like.
Oh yeah, he got caught on federal gun charges. He
got in a shootout here in Cincinnati and on the highway.
Yeah, T.I. got a drug and guns problem.
Yeah.
I got
allegedly, like, you see how like all this shit starts to come together for me right now. So he's really strict with his daughter.
Yep.
But what you didn't mention is like the other accusations with T.I. Like
with his daughter accusing, kind of saying that he may have
like
pedophilia
accusations, which for me is like way more than all that other stuff. But that didn't get like a lot of play. Like obviously I heard about it over here, but that's because I'm trawling the internet for everything. But like for me, if you're gonna cancel somebody, it's like, well, you might want to investigate T.I. because how he acts with his daughter.
Sounds like it.
She's 18, and you're still in her business like that.
Yeah.
That's at least a red flag.
Well,
she
put something on social media because people were bashing somebody about being sexually abused by a family member, and then she turned around and tweeted something said that shit not funny. You don't know what you're going through. She like really went in, and people start saying, "Oh shit, T.I. molested her. That's why he always on her vagina."
That's why he's always on that.
Yeah.
So, like it's almost nice guy. I mean, but if you can't abuse women, I got 3 sisters. You can't, and then your wife. You know, I mean,
a lot of red flags.
I mean, his wife looks like a Totino's pizza roll. Like the bitch is a disaster.
Full-blown mess.
Just a full-blown mess. And you're raping people. I mean, God damn, T.I.
Illegal firearms. You haven't put a hot album out close to a decade.
That's the real crime right there.
Yeah.
God damn, T.I. Brian,
entertain me.
Yeah, at least entertain me. Brian, you're right. Maybe we shouldn't have brought this up because now I'm just like, God damn, T.I. It's almost as sad.
I thought you were going to say that. Couldn't let it say.
Nah. I mean, Brian, it's almost as sad as like when I think about your Cowboys and
Prescott.
I like how you looked up for that shooting star movie.
I was like, Brian, when you think about rape and anal bleeding and bleeding from the vagina, I just think about the Cowboys and little Dak Prescott, and he gets his money, and let's see if these cocksuckers can do anything.
You look like a young Morgan Freeman. A universe documentary.
Young Morgan Freeman doesn't exist.
Oh my God! Yeah, never.
Right.
The nigga was
Never
born
existed.
old.
Young
He
Morgan
never
Freeman
existed.
is old Morgan Freeman.
Oh my! We'll see what the Cowboys can do. The Cowboys finally give Dak Prescott his money. I mean, this
should have gave that shit to Russell Wilson, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, no. I know. I mean, well, we could get into football. But
we can get it to Russell Wilson, but Deshaun Watson. Somebody's coming to Miami,
right?
Wow.
I mean, the Cowboys should take Deshaun Watson over fucking Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Hey man, you just got a great quarterback who has a surgically repaired left side of his body. What injury did he have?
Pretty
have a robot nigga.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this football season, I mean, god damn. Yeah, they won't even let poor Deshaun out of that motherfucker. I don't think that nigga. I mean, that's get out for real. They're not
going
to
to have to, because if he does what he's supposed to do, which is I'm not playing, because that's what you do if you want to leave. You just I'm not playing.
Yeah.
You could fire me all you want. I'm rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
not playing.
Yeah, I'm not going to play. Yeah, and then J.J. Watt went to Arizona, which is, I don't know.
Makes no sense.
No.
We're near contenders.
I thought he was going to Cleveland. I thought he was going to go to Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah,
and see that in Cleveland. But
that's
I think he went to the team that guaranteed him the most money.
Yeah.
It's weird going to a job that pays the most.
Wait a minute.
I'm from Cincinnati.
Brian's
Cincinnati. The Bengals are garbage. The Bengals are garbage. Don't get me wrong. The Bengals are going to be the worst fucking team forever.
I'll
never root for the Cleveland Browns. I will never, ever fucking root for the Cleveland Browns.
That's when you try to get it in there. Brian always try to do that shit. Brian slid that shit in there, man. Look, the Cowboys, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a great football season. We'll see what happens. I guess baseball is goddamn started. I don't know
what's that.
What is that? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck's going on there. All I know is the Dodgers are probably going to win. They signed fucking everybody.
Why? They played 2,000 game? Their 2,000 game regular season?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the fuck that is. And then we can see if the Nets do win. I think we just have to see if they can overtake the Knicks. You know? Yeah, I mean, the Knicks are actually good, Will.
I mean,
not a comparison.
They're good in respect that what are they, 4th or 5th in the East?
Yeah,
doesn't make you good. It makes you 4th or 5th in the East.
Well, I mean, think about for the Knicks, that's not bad for a team that was
horrible since 1999, 2000. Last time they were good.
Yeah, I mean, just horrible. The goddamn. We the Mecca of basketball. Are you sure? Are you sure you're the Mecca of basketball? New York. How many fucking rings have you motherfuckers had? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. One more thing. God damn, we got to end this podcast, but I love you motherfuckers so much I can. One more motherfucking thing. March Madness is coming up. Who give a fuck? I ain't watching Nigga ain't watching college basketball. I don't know these niggas anymore.
I couldn't even
Brian.
Plays.
Yeah.
I don't know a single
one.
I don't know
either.
Is Duke in North Carolina still good? Is Duke still
I thought
good?
Duke wasn't. I thought Duke wasn't.
No, Duke's out of it.
Yeah, Duke's garbage now.
Well, there you go. That's how much I know.
I saw an article recently that said that they're creating a basketball league for kids 16 to 18.
I did read that. To drop out of high school,
they'll pay $80,000 to $100,000 a year. I'm like, oh shit.
I'll tell you what,
yeah.
That's what the soccer players are doing. Essentially, like they have tutors, but if you get identified early on that you can make a lot of money playing in this game, they're like, well, cool. Why don't you just do that? There's a reason why Luka's doing what he's doing. Not to transition too much, because he's been playing against grown men since 16 years old.
LaMelo.
Just like LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball.
Yeah. Again, Lithuania, Australia. He's like, I know how to play against grown men. Yeah, you can jump 3 inches higher, but that doesn't make that much of a difference.
No.
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball is literally going to change the Charlotte Hornets.
Yes.
Literally. He
is changing the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's tall. He can play. Like he's not even like a freak athlete, because he didn't start dunking till like 16. And when he dunks now, it's like, yeah, I could do that dunk when I was like,
it's basic.
It's not even that big of a deal.
His shot is
core
wet.
vision.
His shot
and the handle. And the hezzy. It's the basketball swag. I don't know how to explain it, but he just like, because his
He's
handle
got
is
it.
not like AIs or anything or Kyrie,
No.
but it does the job.
His court vision is unbelievable, man. Some of those passes and like alley oops he's throwing behind him. I'm like, shit, dude. You saw that?
You
dude
see
back
the
there?
tags. He is what
His
they
brother's
promised
supposed to
Lonzo
be.
Ball was going to be.
Exactly.
Yep.
Never.
Yeah, well, you hit it on the head. That's exactly what most of America. Hell, I thought that Lonzo Ball was going to be doing. He didn't do any
Lonzo
of
Ball
it.
isn't that bad.
No.
He's not LaMelo.
Oh shit, no.
No,
No way.
No,
Not
and-
at all.
Bigger,
not at all.
No.
and has better court vision, and his swag is just that much more.
And the youth league you're talking about for basketball, that's only being fought. I mean, obviously there's a racial component because shit, Venus and Serena and a bunch of white kids. I remember Jennifer Capriati. You guys are old enough to remember.
Oh,
her.
13 years old?
Yeah, she was 13 years old, and she was going to Wimbledon. You mean to tell me that Jamal can't go play in some
tennis, golf, all the country club sports apparently can go pro.
Exactly.
They
Yep.
could speak.
Yeah, but the inner city kid can't make. And then they said, well, you know, especially Doug Gottlieb on that motherfucker on Fox. Yeah, on Fox Sports, he's like, they are getting paid. They're getting education.
Like, education.
Man,
Get the fuck out of
fuck
here.
out of here.
Right?
These kids, most of these kids are being raised by a single mom. I mean, shit. LeBron, never forget, had to go and live with his fucking coach.
On couches.
Yes.
You talk about like what's fair. Like I went to Florida State when Florida State was dominant between like 98 and like 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
What that football program brought into the university, you can't even you're giving me an education that doesn't even compare. Look, let's just call it 30 grand. It's a drop in the bucket because like when fucking Peter Warwick, fucking Chris Winkie, Lavernius Coles, like I was out there when these guys were out there, like what they're like. I go in the library and their jerseys in 1998, their jerseys selling for $60.
Yeah,
and they're getting nothing. And not only are they getting nothing, they're told that they cannot get a job.
Yeah,
exactly. A lot of people don't understand that. They're told no, you can't work.
Yeah,
it's a violation of your scholarship. So yeah, I can eat because it's training table and all that, but I need a life. And a lot of these guys come from parents who just can't just cut that check every fucking month.
No.
Thanks.
So it's Brian, I hope that league is real. I mean, it's definitely real to go overseas. LaMelo showed people to do that, and you can see the fruits of playing with a grown ass motherfucker from Turkey. You know, he just knows. You're getting real coaching, plus you're getting real body. What I mean by body, you're getting that elbow. You're feeling. Oh, okay, it's a different
grown man.
You know,
grown man strength. Grown man strength.
Professional, and this isn't for amateurs.
No. So, I mean, the NCAA, the March Madness, for betting, people will always bet on shit that they. Yeah, I'll bet on that. I don't.
That's the other thing. You guys are betting over there now, like I've been betting for a decade over here.
Yeah.
Like during the sports team, like the sports over here, the sports teams have like a betting company logo on their jersey. Like I've been doing in-game betting for like. Betting's huge over here. Like there's a betting store on every fucking corner. It's not like that. It needs to be scaled back, to be fair. Like I think you don't, but you guys are gonna end up like us over here, which is a weird reversal of how things normally happen. But watch in the next 5 years, watch how just betting just becomes all in your face, and how all your favorite teams will be marketing companies on their jersey somewhere. Because it's too much.
It's slowly starting to happen because they were doing that with the Super Bowl and that website Kings what the fuck is it, something whatever the fuck it is.
Jamie fucking Fox.
Yeah, and they just push that every ad, and they go and encourage you to sign up for a free account and do that free thing. But then it gets you the account where you have the gambling app, and then you can go in and just start doing it for whatever game, whatever sports you want.
I've got like Will Hill is over there, like William Hill. I've got that on my phone. That's what I use. I can literally bet on it. I can bet on fucking Tiddlywinks. Like it's all about fucking betting over here.
We're gonna end on that note. I can bet on Tiddlywinks, guys. This has been an explosive fucking podcast. I mean, Jesus Christ. Will, you just came in and you brought it from London. You're having a rum and coke. I hope you guys.
Before you let it go, as a homer, just to show that I'm legit, Myers Leonard should be cut from the team. I don't know if you heard the word that he said.
Oh, what happened?
But if he would have used the black equivalent, It would have been a monster story. He needs to be let go from the team. He's talking about he didn't realize that, and I'm talking about the K word in respect to Jewish people.
Yeah.
He didn't know that. The fuck
out. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, black people even know not to say that fucking word.
You didn't know that was offensive?
Yeah, I don't, you don't do that word. I don't do the, you got to chill out with that, Miles. That's just,
that can't be your apology. That can't be your apology that you didn't fucking know. Yeah, exactly. That's fucking bogus.
And to make it even worse, you keep calling him Miles. It's not Miles. It's fucking Myers, which is a Jewish fucking name.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I thought it was Miles.
Myers. It's fucking Myers. The irony is on like peak level.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, that's the button on this fucking episode. Jesus Christ. Well, there you go. Well, everybody, this has been Uncivilized Intellects. I'm Moo. We got Zach, Brian, and we got Will. And I think I'm going to go to Popeyes right now. Yes, Heat Nation. I'm going to go to Popeyes right now. I'm going to drop ship Will. Popeyes spicy, regular, and the new Cajun flounder. I will
and a Lakers shirt.
Popeyes French fries.
And I'll get the Popeyes French fries and a Lakers shirt, a Lakers 2021 championship.
For real.
I do not want that.
My God.
Parks and Recs. I do not like that.
Oh my God. All right, guys. I'm gonna holler at you guys. Excellent podcast. Be good.
All right.
I'll talk to you.
All right.
Absolutely.
Peace. Good to see you, bro. Bye.
Excellent.
And you need